15 huge home and away spoilers for next week. Coming up next week on Home and Away, emotions reach new heights as Cash and Eden come face to face with the person who now carries Felicity's heart. This unexpected encounter promises heart-wrenching moments that could change everything. Meanwhile, things heat up as Claudia makes a surprising move on Justin, shaking up relationships and alliances within the Bay. But that's not all. Tensions rise as Bree makes a risky decision that puts Alf's life in jeopardy, and in a jaw-dropping revelation, Perry confesses to murder, sending shockwaves through the community. These are just a few of the 15 huge moments that will leave you on the edge of your seat. Stick around for a full rundown of next week's unmissable twists and turns. 1. Cash won't listen to reason. Cash is still set on meeting Michelle, the recipient of Felicity's heart, despite the reservations of those close to him. Remy tries to reason with his mate and wants to know if Cash has even asked what he's going to say to Michelle when he sees her. But Cash won't be swayed. He needs to see Michelle. 2. Cash suffers another panic attack. Needing to clear his head, Cash heads out for a run. But as memories of his final moments with Felicity consume him, he starts to hyperventilate. John finds Cash at the beach and is able to help bring him down from his panic attack. Cash concedes it might be too soon to meet Michelle. But before he can get out of it, he receives a text to say she's on her way. 3. Abigail agrees to get help. Abigail is fretting over having to face Dom in court, and Levi fears the stress might cause her to relapse. Levi cancels the next few days at work to be by his sister's side, but Abigail insists she doesn't need babysitting. After a lot of back and forth, the pair reach an agreement. Levi will go back to work on the condition Abigail starts attending drug and alcohol counseling. 4. Eden gets the wrong impression. With Michelle due any minute, Kirby and Remy try to be there for Cash while ensuring Eden doesn't get wind of what's going on. It's an emotional moment as Cash and Michelle finally come face to face and share a tearful embrace. The pair quickly bond over photographs of Felicity and decide to go for a walk along the beach, but they're seen by Eden, who jumps to the wrong conclusion. 5. Cash shuts Eden out. Assuming Cash has found himself a new lover, heartbroken Eden turns on Remy, wanting to know why he didn't tell her. He sets her straight and Eden rushes over to Cash, pleading with him to let her talk to Michelle. She's devastated when Cash refuses to let her in, but Michelle speaks up in Eden's defense, requesting that she has a chance to meet her too. 6. Eden finally meets Michelle. Cash's cruel rejection leaves Eden in a state of total despair, as Remy tries and fails to get through to her. Later, Eden is surprised when Cash shows up at her door, apologizing for denying her the right to speak to Michelle. In an attempt to make things right, he brings the two women together and allows them time alone to connect. 7. Michelle reaches out to Cash, and Eden decide to take Michelle for dinner at Salt, but being there stirs up painful memories of their engagement party where Felicity collapsed. Unable to cope, Cash walks out and Michelle follows, telling him he's got his whole life ahead and Felicity wouldn't want him to waste it. Will her words of comfort be enough to help him heal? 8. Justin has a close call. Justin's playing a risky game, juggling this secret gig for Claudia while keeping Leah completely in the dark. He's on edge, constantly watching his back, hoping no one catches on. So, when Marilyn suddenly corners him, saying she's on to him, he practically panics, thinking his secret is out. But thankfully Marilyn's just got the wrong end of the stick, convinced he's cooking up some elaborate surprise for his engagement anniversary. Justin can barely hold back his relief, trying to play it cool while inside. He's thanking his lucky stars that she's none the wiser. But of course nothing slips past Alf. He's hanging back, observing it all, and he's got a sharp eye on Justin's strange behavior. Something's not adding up for Alf, and he's not buying the idea of Justin sneaking around just for a surprise. He's seen enough in his time to know when someone's hiding something, and now he's watching Justin like a hawk. So, while Justin might have dodged Marilyn's suspicions, Alf isn't convinced, and it's only a matter of time before he starts digging a little deeper. 9. Leah discovers the truth. Justin's web of lies starts to unravel when Leah asks Xander about the booking Justin has made for them, and he confirms it doesn't exist. After failing to get hold of Justin, Leah runs into Theo, who spills the beans about his little arrangement with Claudia. Leah's fuming and decides to take matters into her own hands by arranging a little chat with Claudia's husband, Eric. 10. Claudia goes in for the kill. The shocks keep on coming for Leah when she meets with Eric, who reveals his marriage fell apart because of Claudia's cheating. Eric tells Leah and Theo the chances are that Claudia will try and start an affair with Justin. It seems Eric's instincts were spot on when Claudia lures Justin to a cabin out in the bush and plants a kiss on his lips. 11. Justin is trapped. Justin's completely blindsided when Claudia makes her move on him. This was never part of the plan. He pulls back immediately, firm in his stance that nothing like this is going to happen between them. It's a hard no from him, and he makes that crystal clear. He's ready to leave, get out of there, but Claudia has other ideas. Before he can react, she tosses his car keys right into the bush, leaving him stranded. Now he's out there in the middle of nowhere, stuck with no easy way out. As the day fades and it starts getting dark, Justin's panic grows. Leah's waiting at home, probably setting up for their engagement celebration, and here he is, completely stuck with no way to let her know what's going on. Desperation kicks in, and he even tries to hotwire his car, but it's just not happening. He's stranded with no signal, no backup plan, and the clock ticking. The longer he's out here, the more he knows Leah's going to wonder where he is, and that guilt only adds to his frustration. 12. Alf suffers a shock collapse. While taking in the familiar sight of the waves, Alf is suddenly hit by intense chest pains and collapses, sending a shock through the bay. He's rushed to the hospital, where Bree steps up to handle his care, but something's clearly off with her. Bree's usually the calm and collected type, but today there's a different energy around her. Anxiety creeping in as she takes control. She's visibly tense, and it's not long before her nerves start to show, especially as Alf's vitals begin to spike, setting off alarms. When the moment comes for Bree to give Alf an injection, she freezes. Doubt takes over, and she's consumed with fear, second-guessing herself on whether she has the exact right dosage. Every second counts, but Bree's hesitation reveals the pressure she's feeling, worrying she might make a critical mistake. It's a heart-stopping moment for everyone around as Bree battles her inner fear, caught between the instinct to act and the overwhelming weight of responsibility on her shoulders. 13. Bree continues to suffer. Thanks to the quick actions of the medical team, Alf is eventually stabilized, but the whole ordeal leaves Marilyn seething. She can't shake the image of Bree freezing up at such a critical moment, and she's not holding back her frustration. For Marilyn, it's unforgivable. This was a life-or-death situation, and she expected more from someone in Bree's position. Marilyn's reaction only highlights the tension bubbling under the surface, especially as Bree's hesitation has clearly rattled everyone around. Later, Levi tries to get to the bottom of things, hoping to understand what held Bree back in that crucial moment. But talking to Bree is like speaking to someone who's miles away. She's withdrawn, almost unreachable, clearly wrestling with something deep. Levi's concern grows as he realizes just how distant she's become, leaving everyone wondering, what's really going on with Bree? Something more than just nerves seems to be haunting her, and whatever it is, it's starting to take its toll. 14. Carl attacks Perry. Perry is living in a state of terror, convinced things aren't over with Carl. The teen's worst fears are realized when he returns home to find his father waiting for him. Perry tries to run, but Carl is faster and stronger than him. He drags his son out to the pool in the backyard and pushes his face under the water. 15. Perry makes a killer confession. Later that day, Tane arrives back to a scene of total carnage as he sees a body floating in his pool. At first glance, he fears it's Perry, but then turns round to see the lad sitting up against the wall. Traumatized, Perry informs Tane it's Carl in the water and admits he killed his own dad. Thanks for tuning in, Home and Away fans. Next week's episodes are packed with twists, intense emotions, and heart-stopping moments that you won't want to miss. Cash's journey to connect with the past, Justin's escalating troubles with Claudia, and Bree's haunting struggles are just a few of the storylines set to rock the bay. And with Perry's chilling confession, it's clear the drama is only heating up. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any upcoming spoilers or recaps. Let us know in the comments which storyline has you the most hooked. There's so much unfolding next week, and we can't wait to hear your thoughts. See you in the next video, and until then, keep watching Home and Away.